Hey guys, John here with RealTruck.com. Today we have the TonnoPro LoRoll Tonneau cover that we're going to be installing on this 2013 Chevy Silverado. Now that we've got this thing out of the box and laid out here so we can see what it is that we're working with, we'll go ahead and take a look at everything this comes with. Right here we have our two side rails for the passenger and driver side. We have our clamps to hold it on. We have 3 for each side. We have, of course, the tonneau cover. And also, just in case your truck doesn't have factory or aftermarket installed bed caps, we also have some little paint protector strips that you can put on there that go underneath this to help stop it from scuffing up the paint. And if you do have those on your truck, and there's a gap, because sometimes you'll get that little gap in between the cap and the side of the bed rail, we also have spacers that you can put in there to keep it from smashing down hard on the bed cap and buckling or breaking it. So we've seen everything that we've got here. The next step is to get this on this truck. Now that we've got everything all laid out into the back of the truck, what we're going to do is go ahead and start putting our side rails on. You just want to bring these up, move them as far towards the front as you can, kind of keeping it as close to the top of your bed rail as you can. And then what I'll usually do is I'll take some sort of clamp, something like this, anything with smooth teeth, without teeth on it basically, and get up in underneath here and just clamp this down to hold it in place. Now once you've got your clamp on, you got the rail clamped pretty much in place where you're gonna be locking it down, go ahead and grab your tailgate and just make sure that you have clearance on the back here and that your tailgate's going to close. In this instance, you can see that this one doesn't want to lock up, so that means that we've got it too far back, so we're going to have to move it a little bit. So. All right, our clearance looks good, so we'll go ahead and let the gate back down and we'll start attaching our clamps. What we want to do is take a look at our clamp that we're going to put on and make sure if this clamp for some reason slides apart on you, if the bolt comes out and slides apart, which can happen, I've done it, you probably will too, go ahead and slide it back together. And so the way you know you got it the right way, if you look at this, you can see that this side is higher than this side. So just go ahead and make sure that you put the higher side up like that. Your bolt head goes through the taller one, so that way when you clamp it in underneath your box, you're clamping it this way. So let's go ahead now and get this one up on here. Usually on your tonneau covers, you're going to want to be about 8 inches from the end of your rail to your first clamp. However, because of the design of this truck, we can't really get 8 inches because 8 inches is going to be right in here somewhere. So what you want to do is just go ahead and put your clamp at the first spot where you can actually slide it into. So we'll put the clamp up on here. And we'll slide it over as far as we can, which is right about there. And then we'll just give her a little snug down by hand. And then we'll go ahead and we'll do the same thing all along with our other 2 clamps. Okay, double check along the top to make sure that we're still even across the top. This looks pretty good. So we'll go ahead and we'll get a wrench and we'll tighten these down, pull this clamp off. Got the passenger side done. So now we're going to go ahead and jump over on the driver's side and get that one up there. It attaches just like this side, so we'll just get her on there. Now we've got our rails on, so let's go ahead and put our cover up on. First thing we got to do that is go ahead and take these tension plates off. All right, so then we have our tension plates removed from our cover. The next thing we're going to do, if you look at your bed rails, you'll see that there's 3 cutout notches in the bed rail. What we're going to do is this tab on the end of this tension plate, we're going to put that into the first hole from the back of the truck. Okay, and we'll do the plate on the other side the same way. And what's going to happen is, just so you guys understand why we're putting those up there, is where we took them off of the cover, when we set the cover down up on top of here, those bolts will go back through there, and that's what we're going to tighten up to keep the tension on our cover. Something I should note for you too is just so that you know that if you have to tighten this or loosen this depending on weather conditions and that kind of thing, and you always want to do this when the cover is at like an outside warm temperature, is that each one of these slots will create another 3/16 inch of pull on your cover. So now we're going to go ahead and take our cover and we're going to set it up in place. So we're going to put our cover up on here and make sure we get our bolts for our tension plates down through the rail. We'll go ahead and put our washer and our nut back on there, and you don't have to tighten these down just yet. Just spin them on just to hold it in place while you're doing the other side so that it doesn't fall back off on you. So then we'll come over on the other side and we'll get it. Now we've got everything all set up and in place. Put the nuts on. We're going to go ahead and tighten those up. All right, guys, everything's tightened up and in place. So we want to go ahead and roll this out now. So we'll go ahead and unlatch it here. And then I'll just grab my stuff on the way out of here because I'm not coming back. Okay, heard that little click. That meant that it was locked in. And then what we want to do is come over to the sides, just kind of pull her out and stretch her a little bit. And just run your hand along it and that will secure the Velcro down. Do the same thing on the other side. Now I don't know if you guys can hear that little sound that it's making there, but you'll know if you have the right amount of tension on your tonneau because it'll kind of sound like a drum. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it kind of sounds a little bit like a drum. So that means we've got it pretty darn good. Keep in mind, guys, that this tonneau cover has been rolled up inside a box for a while. So you can see there's some little wrinkles and stuff in it. Once this thing gets out and sits in the hot sun for a little bit, that stuff's all going to come out of there and she's going to look nice and smooth and pretty for you. All right, gang, there you have it. That's how easy and simple it is to install this TonnoPro LoRoll Tonneau cover onto your truck. With any TonnoPro purchase right now, you get a bunch of free gifts with it. One of them being this really nice battery-powered light called the Tonno Torch. Just easy on, easy off button. Comes with Velcro stick-on so you can put it anywhere you want. If you want it inside the truck, if you want it in the box, or if you just want it in a closet, or even a tent if you're going camping and need some extra light, there you go. Maybe even a tackle box, huh? You also get this really awesome tailgate seal, really simple to put on. Just a matter of taking and peel it off, cut it to length where you want it around your tailgate. Really nice kind of thing to help keep some of that dust and stuff from getting up inside your truck box. The next thing you have is also the Pro Clean vinyl cleaner for your tonneau cover. Stuff works really good. Spray it on, wipe it off, keeps the tonneau cover looking nice and new. And if you don't want this stuff all over your hands, nice set of pair of work gloves with some grips on them so the stuff don't slide out of your hands and you don't drop it. Woo, baby, flute hog time.